Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing a Old Air Products modern AC and heat unit in our square body Panda. This is a lot like a vintage air system, but it's kind of its own deal, and the price point for it is a lot better than vintage air. So we were able to get the whole system. We got the compressor, the condenser, all that stuff, but today we're just going to focus on heat because we've got a Christmas parade tomorrow and I'm not trying to freeze my tail off in the parade. And then we'll come back at a later date and do the condenser, dryer, compressor, and all that stuff and get the air working. It is the middle of December here. This is a direct bolt-in system for the 81 to 87 C10 with factory air. So right now we're about to get everything out of the truck that we don't need, all the old stuff. We do have all the new stuff laid out on the table here. And as you can tell, one thing I really like right out of the gate is how small this unit is compared to some of the other aftermarket modern systems. So like I said, they send you the compressor, they send you AC mounts for an LS, even though this is a 81 to 87. They send us a tensioner, a belt, our AC lines, which we will have to crimp on. We've got an all-electric control panel, which actually looks really good. And the one thing I noticed that I like over some of the other aftermarket systems already too is they sent us plenty of duct work, not just a few feet. So we're about to dive into this thing, try to get this thing installed and ready to go. Get as far on it tonight as we can, and then we will button it up in the morning. Let's dive in and get this old junk out of here and get this new stuff in and get this thing looking better and riding around with not only heat, but we'll stay cool in the next summer too. Alright, so we got the HVAC box out of the outside, as y'all can tell. Now I'm probably going to have to redo my firewall when we pull this thing out and send it to Sykeston. But we did get the inside out too. So factory inside box, the factory outside box. Now we'll start going through the instructions and getting this stuff bolted in here. So we got our block off plate on, we got the back of it siliconed. We've got our blower motor block off put in. We've got a 1 1/8 hole drilled right there for the evap drain on the inside. And now we're about to mount the main unit to this little plate right here with 4 bolts. Go in these little certs right here. Now so far this kit's been pretty straightforward, pretty simple. As you can tell, we painted our engine bay before we did this swap, and now we're going to have to redo some of that, but that's not a huge deal. I'm not too worried about it. We'll cross that bridge sooner or later. Just looks like crap right now. And on the inside we got our carpet pulled back. I just drilled that hole right there so it's kind of hot. I'm going to pull off. We are going to line this in kill mat before we stick that unit in here, which even though kill mat isn't an insulation, it'll still help with sound and all that good jazz. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the wiring harness that we've got laid out here. It's a little ridiculous how they have this, but we're going to make do with it. I haven't taped it up yet, but I will once I test fit it and make sure that everything's going exactly where I want it to. Got it spread out over our table of parts here, but I'm going to go through it for you. Alright, so we're going to start at the controls, which is where the instructions started. These 4 plugs right here go on the back of the controls. Pretty self-explanatory. This is going to go to a clean ground under the dash. We've got our relay, and then right here we've got a split. We've got 2 fuses and our key and ignition that are going to go to the fuse block. And then what we've got over here, a zip tied together. It comes down. This splits. This goes. The 2 greens go to their own deal, and then this green right here is going to follow this little batch and run off in the engine bay. Then this goes to the unit, and this goes to the unit. Like I said, it's a little wild, a little crazy, but once we test fit it, we'll get it all taped up and zip tied a little better, so it's not so wild looking, and if we ever have to get back into this thing, we'll kind of know what's what. Now as far as what we've got on the truck, we've got the unit in. Wasn't bad at all. Had to undo 1 dash bolt. We got our blower motor block off. Emma has pulled the cluster. She's working on getting the old controls out now, those old vacuum controls. So she's going to work on getting those pulled, and we're going to get the new controls in. And then under here, it's kind of dark, but we've got the unit bolted up. We did add some kill mat up there just to help a little bit. Thing bolted in really good. It bolted in so much easier than other aftermarket vintage other aftermarket modern air systems with classic cars. Like I said, we had to undo one dash bolt. I've still got to put it back in, but that was literally it. This thing is tiny compared to other ones that are twice the length, but we're getting there. Got some little things to button up, and it'll be time to test this heat. All right, so we just blowed the cooling system and got the heat hot. It's blowing out of the vents on the dash. It transfers over to the defrost. So we're rocking and rolling when it comes to heat. We still got to do the AC. We'll do the condenser, the dryer, and the compressor. We'll probably sum that up in another episode. If you guys have any questions about this kit, let us know in the comments, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. This was our first time using a Old Air product, but so far, I'm really digging it. It's a nice, clean install. A little easier than some of the others out there on the market. All in all, I don't have any complaints yet. So we're about to call it a night, head to the house, get up here in the morning and button this thing up the rest of the way. Just clean our tools out and all that good stuff. Clean it up a little bit, and then it's got to go and get a couple tires put on. But y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know in the comments if you're liking the videos, if you're finding them helpful. And y'all remember, if you're not following us, grab that button. It's 50 degrees outside. Get some fuel.